All right, guys, we're back with another game of TimeGuessr. And there will be a challenge link down below if you want to play along. If you do, please do drop a comment. Let me know how you do. I always enjoy hearing from you guys how it's going and what you see that I completely miss. Looking at this, my first thought is Moscow. This is reminiscent of St. Basil's, I think. I don't know if it is. I don't know St. Basil's well enough to know if that is St. Basil's or not. Unfortunately, these guys I don't recognize. This does look pretty Soviet to me. Probably this dude I should recognize, but I just don't right now. It's not coming to mind. There's not much to go on off of this, but, excuse me one second. But I don't think, I could be completely wrong about this, but I don't think this looks like Khrushchev. I don't think so. So it's probably not like, I'm going to say like this is post-Stalin. Stalin was until the early 50s. Then it was, after Stalin was Khrushchev, I'm pretty sure. And Khrushchev was around for a while. So I'm going to say this has to be like, I feel like it has to be like 70s at the earliest. Some Brezhnev or something like that probably, right? I don't think that looks like Brezhnev either, but who knows. I'm going to go 72. I don't really know what I'm basing that on, but we are just going to go ahead and find Moscow. If we can find Red Square, that's great. Is it right in the center? The Kremlin. There's Red Square. Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. St. Basil's is there. Yeah, we'll just say it's somewhere around here. And we'll throw down that guess. It was 1960. It was a lot earlier. And it has nothing to do with a Soviet leader. It's a New Zealand Prime Minister entering the Kremlin. Very interesting. 1960. 12 years off. That's not very good. We were good on the location, but yeah. The year, I had no idea. This camera is probably a big clue to people who know anything about cameras. But, oh, okay, there we go. Let's move swiftly forward. I'll stop mumbling about that. And I will start looking at this. We're 80 kilometers from Budapest. I don't recognize any of these other towns. So, let's go ahead. First of all, let's see if we can figure out where we might be. There's Vienna, Budapest. Zog. Orholm, Losonk. I think these are Hungarian names still, so let's just zoom in here, see if we can guess some, not guess, but like get lucky and spot something here. I also don't really know what the scale is on this map. The two furthest towns are essentially 130 kilometers apart. How far is that? I don't know. I think I just need to... yeah. I need to pick a direction and guess it, you know? Losonk. Losonk. Something. Okay, let's also look at you know what? Where we at? Where we at? There's Bratislava and Vienna. And Budapest. Do we think there's 130 kilometers this way? Or even 80 kilometers up to the border, maybe? What's this? Oh wait, it's Highway 2. Is that something that it probably doesn't have the same numbers anymore as it did back then, does it? Probably not. But there's a 6 and a 7. Sorry, now my brain's on this. There is, I saw a 3 somewhere over here. Okay, 6 and 7 are easily spotted. There's 3. And 1 and 2. That's a 4. So there's 3. Surely one of these roads must be 2, right? There's M2, M3, that's not what we're looking for. There's 2. It is going north, which is kind of what I was thinking of guessing anyway. Ipolisog. Yes. Okay, it is this way. It is what I was thinking about, as a matter of fact. It's somewhere on the border, and it's probably, I don't know when it is, but it could easily be somewhere around the time of the, we're gonna stay on this side of the border. We're gonna say it's here. At this little roundabout right here. Come on. I want to be in the roundabout. Can I? It won't let me move? Okay. There we go. So, like, these are soldiers. Is this just because it's a border checkpoint area? Or is it because it's around the time of the Hungarian Rising? That's what I'm wondering about. But even if it is around the time of the Hungarian Rising, that doesn't really help me because I don't know when that was. I'm just going to leave it on 1962 and we're going to make that guess. It was 45. Oh my goodness. It was nothing to do with the Rising. And it was down here in this town, not up at the border. But it's fine. Soviet soldier directing traffic in a small town on the Hungarian-Czech border during the Soviet advance towards Germany. Oh, this was before the fall of the Nazis. Before fall of Hitler. Interesting. That's really interesting, actually. Huh. So these signs below are probably just like the Soviets just added them when they arrived so that their soldiers can read the signs, huh? In my brain, it must already be like Soviet era, and like that's why these signs are here, but it's probably the army just put them up when they came to town, right? Interesting. So I'm doing really good on locations, but I'm absolutely failing at guessing years right now. So, oh boy, and this is another super interesting historic picture that I have no clue about. 18 something something? Or is this written backwards? It's upside down, isn't it? It's something 1081? It's not, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Where is this? I have no clue where this is. It's probably very recognizable, but I have no clue. TER. Yeah. It's not the Eiffel, is it? In the distance there. Is that the Eiffel Tower? I can't tell. I cannot tell for the life of me. Where are you at, man? Where are you at, and when are you? These houses, to me, look... Okay, Bond... Something... Bond. Like, these buildings to me look European, right? I don't think this kind of row house situation is common in American cities, but I could be 100% wrong about that. Okay, there's a river here, obvious. There's like people, there's houses and stuff built out over the water. Interesting. Bond. Meadow? Meadow Alpha? So, like, okay, what's this? Thomas Playfair? Okay. Bushels. Something. Forestry Commission? Oh, this sounds American to me. Are we in New York? Who knows, man? I have no clue what I'm looking at. Zero. Let me see something. There's a river there. There's Central Park. What's this? The Queens Midtown Tunnel. Queens Bridge Lower Roadway. East River. That's a tunnel. This is the Brooklyn Bridge. That doesn't look... I don't know. I don't know what the bridges look like, man. What's the Manhattan Bridge look like? Nothing impressive, I guess. Brooklyn Bridge. Williamsburg Bridge. Yeah. No clue, boss. No clue. Is this... who knows? It can be anywhere. It can be literally anywhere. I have no idea. Union Line. Like... I think that says Forestry Commission. Which, I don't know, it doesn't mean anything to me, but... I feel like this is a very difficult game. The pictures are fascinating to look at. So if we go ahead and come back and look at these cars... This has got to be... Look at the way they're driving. There's a toll booth. I have no clue where this is. I've convinced myself now that it's in the US. Which I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's somewhere in Canada. Maybe it's Chicago. Is there a river through Chicago? Why do you have writing? Why do you write something that is completely illegible? Whoever wrote this knew that years in the future there would be some peasant trying to play some game where they're trying to guess where the picture was, and they're like, ha ha ha, we'll scribble something illegible here to distract them. I have no idea. I'm gonna guess New York. I don't really have a good reason to do that, but I'm going to do it. And when it comes to a year, I'm going for the 20s. I'm gonna go 28. Make that guess. It was 45. 1945 in Australia. That makes sense. Wow. I scored exactly 1,012 points. Oh, is there something here that should tell me it's Australia? Probably. But I don't know what it was. Ugh. Ah! Maintenance worker ascending the Sydney Harbour Bridge during the mid-40s. 1945. Wow. Okay. This game is going very badly. This can easily be my worst game ever. And I have... Oh my goodness. What am I meant to do with these pictures? They're really cool and everything, but they're getting a bit old. A.B. Olaf Ryberg. Vaskor. Griggs. What is happening, guys? I'm so confused. Optic. I think we're somewhere up here. Who puts 2 dots over the A's? That's what's happening here, right? Vaskor. They like to do it over the O's. Okay, we're not getting anything from Denmark. What about Finland? Okay, we're gonna go with Helsinki. Why not? Now we get to try to guess a year again. Okay, let's look. See, none of the men are wearing hats. None of them are wearing hats. So I think we must be at least in the 60s, right? They're taking pictures. What are they taking pictures of? What? Is it some kind of a car show or like a taxi protest, or I don't know what's going on. I don't know. We're gonna go 1966 and we're gonna guess. It's Stockholm. It's Stockholm, Sweden. Okay. But they put circles over the A's, not the double dot. I don't. Right. The morning Sweden changed from left side traffic to right side traffic. Ha! That's hilarious. Okay, that's really funny. Okay, that makes up for. Is by far my best round. I scored over 9,000 points. I was only off by 1 year. Wow. And my location wasn't terrible, even though I was in 2 countries over. Okay. Et ca deviente possible. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, Canada. We're in Quebec. We're in Quebec. I was reading, I was like, okay. My brain was thinking one thing, but then when I saw these flags, I was like, I know I recognize the flag, but I don't know where it is. Okay, we're in Quebec. We're in Quebec. Quebec is here. Let's go with Montreal. Seems like the most likely location. Now we need to come up with a year. Let's see if we can get to 30,000 here. I mean, it's gotta be late 80s or early 90s, right? I think so. I don't know how I should try to tell the difference between those things, though. I really have no clue. I just, I don't know. What should I? You tell me. I have no clue on this. I'm gonna go 1989 because I don't know. I felt completely lost this entire game, and it's not getting better. It was 1995, 6 years off. We got 8,300 points. So that will get us above 30,000. It was in Montreal, so that was cool. We did quite well on locations throughout the game, except, I say throughout the game, except for the one we got 12 points on when we guessed the US and it was Australia. Oh, that was annoying. Okay, let's see this final score. 31,387. So is that my lowest score ever? I'm not sure. I think my blow up before was around this total. Not exactly certain what the actual number was. I'm trying to think, where can I look and find the quickest what my actual total was in that one. I want to say not there. Maybe this one. Yes, I think it will be inside of this. If I can do that, and that, and that. Sorry guys, I'm trying to open something here. I want to check. Okay, the very bad game was 31,180. So we have beaten that score by an entire monstrous 207 points. Would you believe it? Okay, that was a rough game. I don't know, for me, the guy on the bridge, I don't know, when I looked down at the cars, they seemed older than mid-40s to me, but there's not much to go on in that. And like Soviet dudes standing there, like Soviet military doing stuff on the border between Slovakia and Hungary was like a thing for multiple decades. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. For me, it was difficult. Maybe I was just being dumb. You let me know in the comments down below. What did you score? What did you see? And yeah, laugh at me for another miserable effort here. But hey, it turned out better than I thought. When I had like 13,000 points after 3 rounds, I was pretty worried. But we bounced back with the final 2 rounds to at least keep from posting our lowest score ever. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button. Jump down in the comments, let me know what you think, and as always, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you are subscribed. I will see you in the next one, and you have an absolutely amazing day.